Now you could leave the frame as is and leave it black, but I want to go with more of a farmhouse look. So I'm going to be painting my frame. And for this, I'm going to be using home decor, folk art home decor chalk paint in the color Silver Shadow. And I've protected my surface, and I'm going to go ahead and wear gloves. I am not super worried about coating it all the way, given that I want to give it more of a farmhouse look. So you have lots of choices to make it personalized for what you're wanting. Here's a quick look at them all painted. Okay, now that they've had time to dry, I'm going to put them in the shape that I'm going to want to use them in. Okay, I'm gonna take the mirrors now and I'm gonna stick them back into the frames. Okay, all my backs are back in, and now I need to use an adhesive to glue these all together. And we're gonna start with, I'm gonna use E6000, but there are several different kinds of glues you can use. So just use the glue that you are comfortable with. And I keep doing this until all the mirrors are glued together. But that's not all I'm going to do. I'm also going to reinforce it with some tape. Now you could use any tape that you want, but I'm going to use gaffer's tape. And one of my favorite things about this tape is that it's really easy to use. It's kind of like a fabric tape, and it tears really easy. And that just helps reinforce the glue and your work to stay together. And one last strip that we're going to do, or I guess two technically. So there we go. We're all reinforced. And one last thing for reinforcement is foam core board. So we are going to line it up because it's a little bigger than what I need. And I'm going to use a pencil and a ruler to mark it off. And then I'm going to use an X-Acto knife or a little bit of a razor to help me cut. And you can use whatever glue you want to, again, to adhere this poster board. But I'm just going to, for the sake of time, use my hot glue gun. How do you hang it? And so one of the things I use are these command strips, and I'm gonna place them onto my mirror. Here's the final piece all hung up. And this is our entryway, so I feel like it's gonna make a great first impression, and it's a great statement piece. And here's another piece that I made. This one using 9 mirrors. I didn't paint it, I left the mirrors as is. So the possibilities are really endless with this idea.
The next time you are at Walmart, pick up 3 inexpensive door mirrors with a black frame. Lay one of the mirrors on a flat surface and measure the width of the mirror glass. Mark this same width onto your wood molding with a pencil. Place the molding in a miter box and with a hacksaw, start to saw through the marking. Take a piece of sandpaper or a palm sander and gently sand the end edges of the molding so you have a smooth finish. Head outdoors and spray paint these wood molding pieces with black semi-gloss spray paint. Lay one of your mirrors on a flat surface, measure the length of the glass, and divide that by 3. Consider the width of your molding as you decide on your measurement. Take a piece of wood molding and apply a thin bead of strong adhesive glue. Press the glued side of the molding to the front of the mirror at your first measurement point. Don't add too much glue, as you don't want it to squish out underneath the molding piece when you press it against the glass. Take a second piece of molding and do the same thing at your second measurement point on the glass mirror. Repeat this entire process with the other 2 mirrors. Pay close attention to your measurements, as you want each mirror to be exactly the same. Attach Velcro command strips to both the top and bottom backside of each mirror. Stick the first mirror to the wall using a level at the top. Add the second mirror by butting its side up against the first mirror and checking the top for level. And then do the same for the third mirror. Adding this large classic mirror will make any space look bigger and brighter as it reflects the light.
Head to Amazon to purchase 12 by 10 glass wall mirror tiles, unbox and unwrap the mirrors and the spray paint. Take mirrors outdoors and lay them on a protective surface. Use water to spray all over the mirrors with a spray bottle, and then take the gold and antique pewter spray paint to spray along the outside edges of the mirror tiles. Allow time to dry and then wipe them off with a towel to see the aged finish. Open the pack of wood slices and pick out 8. Take outdoors to spray paint flat black on both sides. Use a level and painter's tape to create a guide to attach the mirrors in an ordered way on the wall. Take adhesive squares and glue that's included with the mirrors to attach to the back of each tile. Then place along the painter tape guideline and work horizontally and then vertically, applying the tiles securely. Once the mirrors have been attached to the wall securely, take the same glue from attaching the mirrors and use it on the back of the wood slices to place in the inside corners of the mirror tiles. And there you have it, a cheap way to create your own inexpensive version of a Pottery Barn look on a budget. I hope this inspired you to try this project in your home.
I've seen this mirror all over the internet and I thought, let's make it. First, I went to Home Depot and grabbed a piece of regular plywood that was 1/4 inch thick. I also grabbed two 2x8s to use as a cross brace on the back of the plywood to give it some stability. I centered the plywood over the braces and used contractor screws to screw it in place. I then began cutting my lattice strips to size. All the measurements vary on how big you want your actual mirror to be, but I chose to do 7 mirrors down and 4 across. Once all the pieces were cut, I began securing them into place with 1-inch brad nails. I used the mirrors as spacers to make sure not only were my boards straight, but they were also the perfect width across. I then sawed off the excess plywood. Using a 3/4 by 8 piece of lattice strip, I then secured it to the sides to create a frame. I then nailed it into place with the brad nailer. Once my lattice frame was complete, I then began cutting 18 individual horizontal pieces to complete my mirror. Once all the pieces were cut, I then began spray painting. I used a hammered black to create a faux metal effect, but of course you can use any color you wish. I let this dry for 24 hours to make sure everything was ready to go before I started installing. Then, using a combination of wood glue and liquid nails, I secured each mirror. For this project, I used 12 by 12 mirrors. You can find these in packs of 4 at IKEA or packs of 12 on Amazon. Once the mirrors were in place, I then installed the vertical pieces to space in between each mirror. Once I let everything dry for 24 hours, I lifted the mirror up and put it in its home. This mirror is extremely heavy, but it came out beautiful. It really opens up my apartment, and I love that I got to make it with my dad. The mirror stands 8 foot tall, and it is definitely a statement piece in my apartment. I hope this inspired you to make a viral creation of your own.